Guys, so what is better, a 6-day-a-week workout that you have 2 movements with, it takes you roughly 20 minutes a day to do, or about an hour's routine, full body, 3 times a week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example. So there's 2 different ways you can actually look at this problem. So you can say, okay, from the point of view of building consistency, so you can make an argument about what one is the more effective, but to be honest, that shouldn't be the number one thing, because if you're not consistent, it doesn't really matter. If you don't do it, neither one is effective. So essentially the 20 minutes a day is really good for kind of building, getting into the groove of getting into the habit of training. My only personal concern about it is the recovery. I mean, even if you are only doing 2 exercises, the central nervous system is still being taxed. So generally, if you look at like powerlifting routines, which are designed to get you stronger, they do include rest days, and they include about 3 rest days actually where you don't lift. So if you're lifting 6 times a week and you compare that to a powerlifting routine where you're lifting like 4 times a week, for example, there's a bit of a discrepancy there. There really is. The next thing to mention as well, though, it's very, very good for getting in the groove of training. It's also very good for someone who likes to keep busy. They like something to do every day, which is like me. So like, say I'm training like Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but I still will wake up in the morning and do some mobility, but it doesn't feel the same. So getting the ability to lift 6 times a week can be like a lifestyle factor for some people, which is good. But I find the 3-day-a-week way of doing it, it can work very, very well. Some aspects, like one aspect of it I like is that, you know, you have this kind of rest day, which kind of keeps you looking forward to your next lift psychologically. So like, I lift on Monday, I don't get to lift on Tuesday, but I get to lift again on Wednesday. And when you get the feeling of how good it feels, especially, you really start to look forward to that lift, and you're always kind of holding yourself back. Whereas if you're giving yourself this little daily dose, it's kind of a bit easier to get kind of worn down and sort of soon fed up with it, if that makes sense. And the argument you can say as well is, when you're training full body, as long as you're hitting at least 1 or 2 days a week of them workouts, you're still hitting every single muscle. Whereas, you know, if you're training like in little splinters, then the one positive thing, if you miss a workout of that, it doesn't really affect your whole fitness regimen as much. So that's important. But then again, you have to make each of these little micro sessions. So I'm not sure really which one is best. I'm thinking about trying out both really, just for a week to see which one I actually like, and then go for a program which sort of mimics one or the other. One thing I do notice after training full body is, because you train the full body, you are starving. It does hit the metabolism hard. So it is very effective for building muscle, but you do feel kind of fried. I'm not joking. You do feel like recovery is difficult. Whereas when you tend to do like an upper lower split, or like just a couple of exercises rather than a longer full body style of workout. So like today, I did a powerlifting full body workout of squat, bench and deadlift for like the peak section of my powerlifting routine, and I can tell you I'm starving. Like I've literally just been hungry all day. Some of that is like anabolic for building muscle. Some of that is also just purely and simply overstress in the body, and the body's simply seeking some comfort. It wants to know it's not going to starve because it's just been attacked so hard. So that, I suppose, when you're breaking it up into manageable chunks, you don't really feel that as much. But again, it just depends on the program. Some programs are a little more aggressive than others. Mine is not too aggressive. It's more for an intermediate to beginner person. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Let me know what ones you've tried with and toyed with. Typically, if I'm going to train full body, I will always do the anabolic triggering sessions, you know, the resistance bands sessions, and we'll train kind of the whole body with resistance bands lightly, just to facilitate recovery a couple of times on the off days, like 1 to 3 times a day on the off days. And that kind of, and they're not hard sessions, they kind of feel good afterwards, which is pretty cool.